Sides, where you at?
The in-laws.
You're not in Ohio?
Yeah, we're live, Cipha.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to, what's the name of the show, guys? I forgot the name of the show.
Cellar Nightly.
Welcome to the Horror Fest Nightly. My name is Cipha Sounds. I'm hosting this edition of Comedy Cellar Nightly. I got some very special guests, all the way from New Jersey, Edison, I presume, because he's Indian, the Diwali Don, Nimesh Patel. Give it up for Nimesh Patel, ladies and gentlemen.
The Puerto Rican, my favorite Puerto Rican. Sorry, Ricky. Cipha Sounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm assuming all the way from Long Island. I'm not positive, but just by his swag, comedy sensation, Mike Cannon, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Mike Cannon.
What's up, buddy? I'm not on Long Island, but I appreciate that.
No, are you from Long Island?
No, Jesus Christ, my father is.
State New York.
I'm from Rockland County, which is probably a little worse than Long Island, but
I'm in Rockland County right now.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah, dude. We're I think we're leading New York right now in Corona cases. So fuck yeah.
It was a pool party.
Yeah.
And of course, Cipha Sounds. I'm Puerto Rican and Irish, and the funnier, handsomer, better version of a Puerto Rican Irish man, Ricky Velez. Clap it up for the one and only Ricky Velez.
Cipha, why are you in a public school computer classroom?
No, the other day, Chase said I was in a internet cafe. All right, hold on. Let me put this. It's not on my headphones. Yeah, there we go. Can you hear me?
Internet cafe.
He's like, are you in an internet cafe? I'm in my in-laws. They have a business that they run out of their home, and this is their office.
It looks like they fix computers.
Yeah, what do they sell?
They
sell discount monitors.
They fix iPhone screens. Oh man, I didn't know you were from Rockland County. Where are you from?
Yeah, man. I grew up in South Orangetown, so Blauvelt. I went to Tappan Zee High School.
Oh shit! Look at you.
Where are you at? What part?
Like Nanuet.
Oh, okay, yeah. They were one of our several rivals in high school.
It's all Jersey, Rockland, Westchester, Long Island. It's all the same.
It's the same shit, man.
Mike, you look like you're sitting in the Versace mansion.
You look like the guy who killed Versace.
Migos about to come out. Versace.
Hey, Liz is here.
Liz.
Oh, hi.
Can you please send me some wing sauce since it's open now?
Yeah, I'll send you wing sauce right down in West Palm.
I've already gotten wings 3 times. They've been open maybe 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm coming tomorrow. I'm excited.
Who's coming to hang and keep me company?
I'm coming tomorrow.
Let's go.
Hey, are you there right now, Liz, at the Comedy Cellar?
Yeah.
It's the OT, dude.
Oh,
Wow.
Little outdoor cafe. Yep.
Right.
Where does one buy a mobile picket fence?
Yeah.
Lowe's.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Liz,
yesterday.
there's only outside seating
Correct.
at the Olive Tree Cafe.
Correct.
But the seats are in the street.
Yeah.
There's a
little fence. Look at that cute little fence around them. It's like your little backyard type thing.
Are you sharing a fence with Mahmoud's?
Well, we share one dividing fence wall with them, and that's it. But it's all like, the whole street. It's Reggio has their fence. They have like their little area. Mamoon's has their little area. We have our little area.
And is this city mandate to be in the street? That's what it's allowed.
You're allowed to, like, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to take, I think, up to 8 feet into the street. We have 7.
Yo, I heard last weekend was like lit on McDougal. Like
it was crazy. It was like fucking Mardi Gras down the block. It was insane.
So we're gonna spike again.
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, or the grizzly pear is gonna spike, but we'll see.
Is the grizzly pear running shows?
No, they're not. But all the little all the grizzly pear comedian kids are sort of like circling the block, and I
Liz,
think
they're
they're doing
40.
some
Stop
like.
calling them kids.
Sorry, all my grizzly bear grandparents are they're doing like outdoor open mics somewhere. I don't know
Oh,
where. I
no.
haven't followed any of them.
There's one in Washington Square every day at 3:00.
The
Yeah.
open
Yeah,
mic is
that's a
outside.
protest, dude. That's a protest.
The open mic is outside, so you don't have to know Mike Lawrence anymore.
Well, you know, now that J Train's not here, that fuckface did a show in Central Park last night.
What?
No microphone,
That fits.
no
I'm
stage.
I'm doing that show on Tuesday.
Perfect.
Yeah, I have my first weekend next week, the 9th through the 11th at Comics in Mohegan Sun. And so
Is
I
it
mean,
outside?
no,
it's
it's inside. It's going to be terrifying, but they're taking everybody's temperature and, you know, thermometers
That
in the
means
assholes and
nothing.
all that stuff. No, it truly doesn't. So there's likelihood that I'm coming home with something.
Nah, you'll be fine. You didn't have
Yeah,
it
you'll be
already?
fine.
Huh?
You didn't have it already?
I feel like I did, but doesn't everybody? You know, I had a tickle in
I know, I had it. I took
in my throat
I
in January. So
Don't
I had
think
it
I
too.
had it. I felt fine this whole time. So I don't know. At some point I'm going down. I don't know. Whatever.
no, your rage burns flu.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. That's
That
very,
is very true. Very true.
very fair. So what y'all up to? Nimesh, you still haven't gotten a fucking haircut yet, dude? What's up with that?
I just booked it literally an hour ago for next Friday. I text my barber. He's like, I'm back. I'm like, yes. Thank
Jesus
fucking God. 'cause
Christ.
Didn't you
this
just
shit
get
is-
married?
I did.
Did we go over that?
No.
Dude, congratulations, man. That's
Look,
incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where is
Hell yeah.
Nimesh getting Cellar Pellegrinos?
That's that. My dad dropped it off like on my wedding day. It's my wedding
Alright.
gift. He brought a case of Cellar Pellegrino for me.
Hey, Mike, maybe he didn't want his marriage announced on the internet.
Oh, is it-
No. But he's sitting there with
Oh,
his
that's
little
fine.
ring.
Dude,
He's
I
like,
gotta-
oh, look at me.
it's an announcement for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also, there was a picture. I knew
Oh,
it.
okay. I didn't see it.
I
I didn't see
didn't
it.
do it. Amy did it, and my sister.
No. Not Amy. Say it.
My wife.
Say it. Yeah, say it.
My
Say it,
beautiful
fuckface.
wife.
You gotta say it now.
My
Cyber
wife.
makes us wear it like a badge.
Wife is a much easier one to say than fiance.
Fiance
Yeah, for sure.
sucks.
Fiance sucks dick. I never said it once. I was
I
like, this
hated
is
it.
this is the broad that's gonna be illegal.
Yeah, it's dumb. Fiance's dumb. It's like holding pattern.
I ain't
Yeah.
even French. I'm not saying it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like first you get a ring, then you get a special name. Fucking beat it.
Yeah, fiance sucks.
Did you actually get on a knee? Did you guys all get on knees?
Nope.
I picked a fight with her while she was
did
cleaning out the litter box. And so I was on a knee while she had like 30 pounds of cat shit in her left hand.
Sounds perfect.
That
Yeah.
sounds
That
great.
sounds very Mike
The rest
Cannon.
of your life. Yep.
Yep. That's exactly how I envisioned it.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you at, Ricky?
I'm in Palm Beach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude,
Every time
Jake-
I drive over the beach towards the Epstein thing, I announce it. My wife hates it. It's like, it was the bridge.
The bridge to Pedophile Island, #1.
I saw this in the documentary.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So I've been
that's
chilling out
perfect.
here. It's been good. We got space. The kid is like loving the pool and the rest of that. So it's just been
Yeah.
easy. I've been getting a lot of work done writing too. So it's just been nice to be like out of New York City right now.
Yeah, your fucking name, Ricky, has been all over, I don't know, Variety, Hollywood Reporter. Like every time there's an
I'm-
announcement, it's
I'm-
you.
I'm inside famous, Liz.
It's you really are.
That does suck. You
Something.
don't get to enjoy any of this.
None of it. I get.
It'd be the same way even if it wasn't a pandemic. Give me a fucking break.
Also-
I get every single virtual premiere. I don't want to go to a virtual premiere. Suck
Ever.
my dick. I'm not going to a virtual premiere.
Also, I know you're gonna hate fame.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're gonna love the riches, but you're gonna
Yeah.
hate fame.
Nah, man, I get to wear a mask now.
Yo, the other day,
Tell him.
the other day, I took my little daughter. She's 5. We were in the city hanging out together, and I went to get wings at the Cellar. We're sitting outside. This old creepy dude walks up to us, and he's like, "Hi." So I was like, "Hi," and he's like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hi," and he pulls his mask down, and it's Louis C.K.
Oh my god.
You couldn't tell who he could have been anyone.
I mean,
I
the
said
reaction mask or not would have been appropriate with Louis C.K. and your young daughter.
Nah, he's fine. I was with him the weekend before at Chappelle's
Oh, that's
cornfield.
crazy. No, yeah, that's wild.
But I told him, I said he's living the life right now because
he's back.
we're all wearing masks. Like
That's his shit.
he can walk around
knows
freely.
who anyone is. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
I think I would recognize most famous people just by here.
No, I didn't. I didn't recognize him either.
I've gotten recognized by people, by hip hoppers, but
What?
usually, yeah. And
It
the
is.
Ace Hardware, the Ace Hardware by the Village Underground.
Oh, the guys that work there.
Yeah, I went in there. I had the mask on. He was like, "Yo, what you need, son?" I was like, "I need some keys made." He's like, "I got you." He's like, "I got." I was like, "There's nobody in there. Of course you got me."
They're like, it doesn't matter if it says "do not make the key." I'll make it. For you.
That's a good connect.
idea.
That's a good connect.
Oh, I need that type of key made.
That's a good. I want that connect.
I knew that's Cipha, and you're where? You're in New Rochelle?
Rockland County. Yeah.
How was last week?
Oh, it was great. It was
Where
great. It gets better every time.
Who's there this week?
What are we talking about, guys?
Chappelle's farmhouse shows or
Yeah.
gazebo farmland shows.
That's where private jet comedians get to go open mic. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Who's been out there?
So me, Che, Nimesh went the first week.
Michelle lives there. Let's just
Michelle lives
precursor
there.
that by she is a resident. Her mail is
Yeah.
delivered there. She
Yeah.
votes there. Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle Wolf lives out there.
It's
and
Michelle
Mark-
Chappelle. Now she's been adopted.
She's adopted. She's the fifth Chappelle child.
Yeah.
It's true.
I call her. I call Dave Chappelle and Michelle Wolf's relationship the Little Orphan Annie hybrid. It's like white Little Orphan Annie and black bald Daddy Warbucks.
Oh, fuck, that's perfect. Oh, that's so perfect.
How
true.
are those shows? Do they even feel good?
Oh, they feel great.
Oh, they were nuts, man.
They're great. There's like, I mean,
I only got to go on because Cipha didn't want to go first.
What a bitch.
And we were just sitting at the table and at the green room or whatever, and Dave's like, "You want to go up?" I was like, "Yes, of course, sure, please, thank you."
I respected your quick yes.
Oh,
I respected that.
I was like,
Oh, Nimesh is not scared of a bomb. We all know
No,
that.
but you know when people ask you if you want to go up, you feel
I
kind of
love
weird.
that shit.
Yeah. I
No
respect
better
his-
place to
yeah.
bomb than a cornfield in fucking Ohio.
In a different circumstance, I respect it. In this circumstance, I'm like, yeah, anybody's jumping on stage right now.
Yeah.
You have to do
You
it.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one felt shaky. Second one a little better, but like the last one I did last week was like I actually felt like I was performing as opposed to just trying to remember jokes.
Yeah.
Right. How
And it
often
felt-
is he doing it?
Like every week.
Oh wow.
He's doing like so far it's been like it seems like it's like three a week. Three a week.
Yo,
roughly.
Sype, can you get him a copy of The King of Staten Island?
Yeah. He said he watched it.
I'm trying to do some open mics, man.
It's coming to Ohio, man.
It's broken right now, man. I miss it. I honestly, in the beginning of the pandemic, when everybody was doing their like, I miss it, and their stupid fucking picture of them on stage, like,
Yeah.
I was not missing it at all. I was like, this is a great break. This is fun. This is like a good time to like do something. I recently started missing it terribly.
But you're a good guy. You're a kind of guy that can take a rest for a while. I noticed that about you. Like you want to go chill for a little while.
Well, I mean, I took off last summer to do the movie completely, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but that was work. Like you were working
but I
7
have to
days
be
a week.
doing that. I can't just like not work. Like I have to be doing
Yeah.
something else or something within the matter for me to feel like a person.
Yeah, not having any outlet is pretty tough. That and a drastic transition from doing sets every single night.
Yeah.
I did one of those drive-in shows where you'd
I saw
perform at the
Oh, dude, I
cars.
wanted to check that out. That's up
How
on
was
YouTube, right?
Here's the thing. It's like
Is that the
it's
Bel Air one?
The
yeah, it's
diner
Bel
one,
Air,
right?
Bel Air and Queens, and I mean, a lot of people showed up, and people are definitely excited to be doing something social, which is really
Yeah.
nice and
Yeah.
and uplifting. And for the first time that they did it, they sat like 6 people in the front row in front of the cars, so that gave it like a touch of normalcy, where it almost felt like a show because you had just actual living, breathing human beings right in front of you. In terms of the cars, they're like flickering their lights, you know, to show to show positive reinforcement of like I could see you, you know,
Yeah.
bouncing in your seats. It's okay. You
Just
don't have to do
come
all
out
that.
of park and fucking hit me.
Yeah.
I would love that. That's great. Who else was on that show with you, Cannon?
Who did it that day? I forget. Shit. Joe List met me there though. I got to see him and Sarah.
A
That
lot
was
of
nice.
the Astoria Mafia has done that.
Yeah,
that
I'm
show,
doing it
right?
again.
Mafia.
I'm doing it again tomorrow
You
What
are
the-
just
or
outdoors.
Friday. I mean,
And
I
it's
know. Well,
in-
you know, I'm a crack addict. I have this first weekend. I'm like terrified to try to do an hour because I was
Yeah,
just
it's
coming
crazy.
off the special, and I had like 20 new minutes working out new shit. And now, you know, I don't know any of it.
Nah, but you're gonna kill. I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna kill, because as much as we want to go on stage and do it,
People
they
wanna
want to
laugh.
hear it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
They're down for whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're down for whatever. Like
I really hope that's the case. I'm optimistic about that. I'm just like, you know, casinos are also just weird,
That's
man.
a totally
Like,
different
Yeah.
story too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're,
But that's like-
you're throwing way too many variables into the fucking
Yeah, you got a casino crowd and a COVID
Ugh.
crowd at the same time.
They
guys.
lost their money. They haven't been out in 3 months. And now they're into the comedy
Dude,
club.
just every negative thing that could possibly happen, they've just experienced. That's why I'm bringing the homeless pimp to just, you know, document all this shit.
Oh,
So at least if I
yes.
get like punched in the face by
Oh,
some,
I
you know,
hope so. Now I hope so. That'd
I
be
know.
great.
now we
That's
want
great
that.
footage.
I need my Jim Jeffries moment, man. I
Bro,
need that.
I'm
I need to go
praying for somebody-
viral.
I'm praying for somebody to punch me in the face in these times. Let me get a
Me too.
lawsuit, dude. I need some fucking- what? What?
Dude, are you kidding? I wouldn't even file a lawsuit. I would just monetize my YouTube page.
I've never been scared of somebody rushing the stage and punching me, like, because I would stand my ground. But the problem is, like,
What do
I'm
you
not
mean?
a
You
good
got gun?
fighter.
You're gonna
No, like,
shoot
you know,
somebody?
some people you see,
stand my
like,
ground? All right.
no, you see when
slow down.
comics run away. I wouldn't run away. I would just lose a fight. It's not. I don't know which one's worse.
You would, so under the shining spotlight, you would stand your ground and just get your ass kicked.
Yeah, just
Wait for someone just to beat the shit out of you. Syph, we
But I
have
mean-
to stop though.
But well, when they play back the video, like if I do an interview and they play it back, I'm like, well, I stayed though. I stayed.
My
Dude,
feet
I
I had
firmly
heart. I
planted.
had heart.
Thinking about this last night. I was at the Cellar one night and I was walking out. And as I was walking out, this guy's blacked out wasted. And he goes, yeah, I'm at the VU. And he goes, I'm gonna fuck you up when we get outside. And I was like, And I get outside, and the minute I walk out, I just tell security, I'm like, the guy behind me says he's gonna fuck me up. So like, they get between me and him, and then I have to go back around to the Cellar to do a spot. And as I go to walk to the corner, the guy is like 2 feet behind me. He's just walking behind me. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get a haymaker in the side of the head. This is about to suck. And as we get to the corner, the guy takes a step for me. The Cellar security has come over to the corner and just smashed him.
Nice.
And then they pull over a cab, like they hail one while holding him, and they're like, "Get in the cab, get in the cab, get in the cab." And the kid is
That sounds like Daniel. That sounds like something Daniel would do. Just like get in the
The
cab.
kid just got in the cab and took off down 6th Avenue. It was the funniest thing I've ever
Oh,
seen.
God.
Yo, I got one time I pulled up in front of the Cellar across the street because I was just gonna grab some food, and there was like 6 teenagers just like punching garbage cans and just being loud. You know how they are, like, and they're like just being like. So one of them hits my door because I start to open it and he hits it, and I was like, "Yo." Maybe they were probably like 19, like not like little kids, but like little. He hits my door. I was like, "Yo," I said, "Yo, watch the door." And they're like, "What?" Like they were just ready for a fight. So all of them are like, "What? What'd you say? What'd you?" And the girls too. The fuck you say? Don't talk to us like that. Da, da, da. And then I see security at the Cellar looking over, and I tell these guys, "Please stop. Please, for your safety. Please, like, just I don't like you just hit my door. It's no problem. Just leave." And they're like, "We don't give a fuck." Da, 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 da. I was like, "Please, please, please, please go away. Just go away."
Oh my God, what a great tool. I had no idea that the Cellar security was like personal Batman.
Oh, you didn't know
Yeah.
that?
No.
How do you think Artie's still alive?
Oh, I'm gonna talk so much shit.
How many boyfriends show up looking for their white girlfriend on a Friday?
Jesus. Yeah, they're good. Like we are lucky. We have a good group. But you know,
Whose dog is that?
it's the guy across the street is just carrying his barky dog.
It sounds
Right,
like Lynn Coplett's dogs.
It does, but it isn't. It isn't. It's
What a
random
life.
dude across the street. That's the life on these Dougal Street these days.
Dude,
Dogs
those
and
street-
kids on bikes running around like idiots. It's great. It's good
So
times.
Liz, what's the word? Because phase 3 got extended today, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were literally ready to open Monday for comedy.
No shit.
No
Like,
way.
yeah, we have.
No
part-
way. That was the plan?
Yeah, I was gonna
Upstairs,
start comedy in the Olive Tree and in the Pussycat. I have plexi partitions between the booths that are against that wall, that right hand side wall when you walk in
Where were you
into
gonna
the
start
Olive
that?
Tree. You in the Olive Tree. You know where the
nowhere.
band plays? But I was gonna
Yeah.
build a stage, and that's gonna. Well, I still am. That's gonna be where the comedians stand. And a plexi like wall, so behind a plexi wall, and then I like literally mapped it out on the floor, like where my seats are, 6 feet apart, plexi partitions between the booths. Yeah, 45 seats about.
Wouldn't it be easier to do the VU?
No, because it's probably a little easier at first to do the Olive Tree. There are less modifications that I have to make.
Okay.
Then and the Pussycat, probably both rooms in the Pussycat, because the Pussycat's really big and airy. Same thing up here, and then VU and Cellar just based on what we can do or capacity or demand. But now, I mean, I don't know when this shit's gonna.
Did you hear about that club in Queens and what they're doing? I thought it was pretty sick.
What?
And Long
Where?
Island-
Oh, QED?
No. This is like a nightclub, that Revel place that's in Long Island City. So what
Mhm.
they do, you come in and you have a mask on, right? And they take your temperature and the rest of that. And then you have to wear a mask. If you take your mask off, you get kicked the hell out. But you can pay basically like a VIP status to get a COVID test, a rapid one. And if you get that done and you come up negative, you can go into a room and take off your mask and be with people. It's like bottle service for,
Is that where Corinne was the other day?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's weird.
Don't name that club, Ricky, because it sounds illegal.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
They actually, what's funny is I told my buddy who works in nightlife in Vegas, and he sent it to me today. Like, it's very well known. And the thing is, the hotel had to do this whole thing that they're not keeping anybody's medical records. Like, that's the biggest thing.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a
So,
thing.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So
Mm.
like the people that are there are doctors and they are paid by the hotel, but they hold on to the documents and the rest of that.
I just don't know if I trust people. Those like I don't know. I feel like
just don't need to be
it's
in a
not in
club
my
like that.
control.
Yeah,
You know.
I don't have to be at the club that bad that I need to
Yeah.
take a rapid.
I do think it's funny to picture Liz personally giving people COVID tests.
Oh, all of you. Next
Nurse
week,
Liz.
come in. I come in every day. I'm like, let's go temperatures, bitches. I'm taking everybody's temperature.
Well, like I mean, I think to a point, if you are gonna have comedians in there, you might have to do something along those matters because it's like that DL Hewley shit. I know somebody else that is asymptomatic. Like this, people can get sick very easily, very fast. So
Yeah.
it's like, how do we do it correctly? Do we allow comics to hang out with each other? What's the idea behind that?
It's
Like,
also
is there
like
going to
I
be a
think.
back table?
Well, what I'm gonna do because of how I in the olive tree how I need to seat, just like based on spacing, there would
Yeah.
be no back table.
Okay.
Outside, there's tables outside, and then like
Anything that's outside isn't on you. Like, I mean,
yeah, I mean,
that's
there's tables outside. There's that little area inside, like right when you walk in to the left where the fireplace is, like that could be a comedian's area, and it's separated sort of from the rest of everyone. But it's like if we're gonna have shows in the room, you're not gonna have people sitting at the back table shooting the shit. Like, you know, you'll be
It's gonna be
outside.
outside.
In and out.
Everybody's gonna be
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
yeah, that's not fun.
no, I mean none of this is fun. It's the furthest fucking thing from fun. So
Hey guys, Liz is under arrest.
oh my god. Oh. Listen, there was a time when I was working that I was like, yeah, arrest me. That's like 3 days off. I can't have a phone. Like, I'm down. I'll go to central booking. I won't even call anyone. It's fine. I don't care.
Have any of y'all protested?
I've been upstate.
I went for 1.5 marches, and I'll probably go on Friday because Marcus is like going hard at City Hall, and I told him I'd come through. So.
Yeah. I was in Miami, and you know, I was with my parents, so I'm not bringing anything
I mean,
home.
I have been kind of doing my own personal protest in terms of arguing with my father-in-law.
Those are the ones that matter.
Yeah. I'm educating every single day, so I'm one of the good ones.
How does he feel about your hair?
He hates most everything I stand for. He's a real work with your hands type of guy, and I use my words. And
I don't even bring any of that stuff up around here, man. It's not.
Oh,
it's crazy.
That's why you need to be quarantining with the right people, because this shit started with like, oh, Trump's a little out of control, and now it's like, oh, Black Lives Matter, bringing that up. Gotta be careful who you quarantining with, because
the one good thing though is I've been able to film and use all of his guns, so that's been good. Yeah, I've just been taking pictures with all of his rifles and filming things with guns. So that's been a fun. It's been a fun prop to irresponsibly use.
Yeah,
I'm like looking in the barrel to make sure it's unloaded.
Mike, I want to just let you know, not all bullets say Mike on it. Just
that's not the brand.
Oh my god!
Wait, things have changed because you gave him a grandchild, right?
Oh yeah, no, we're great. Like we get along. We just have completely polar opposite views on social and political things. And
every night he tells his grandkid, "Your father is gay."
Not every night, dude. He does that in broad daylight. He doesn't even wait. He's like, "You're gonna use your head and your hands," to my kid, and then he like looks at me. He's like, "Not like this, fucking twinkle toes."
Like Blondie.
yeah. Not Fidel Sassoon.
Why the blonde? What happened?
It was pink, but it kind of it came out in the sun. I don't know, man.
Oh,
Yeah, blonde
Ricky.
bros.
What is happening?
See, Ricky looks cool and not like he's holding on for dear life to youth. And I look.
No, dude, mine was I went to just do the sides. I had long hair for like the first time in my life. I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm gonna fix up the sides. I fucking went too deep. I was like, oh, we're shaving my head.
Sometimes
I did that the first cut I did. I had the wrong attachment and the side. I was just like, whoa. And I just looked, I was like, well, I'm not going to see anyone for 3 weeks. And that's fine. But I figured it out now.
I'll tell you on some real shit. I hit up my barber and I was like, yo, dude, like, are you doing haircuts? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, you're going to have to come over, cut me on the roof. You're not allowed through the house. You have to go up through the fire escape, like all this shit. Bro,
Steal the building.
He tried to hit me for $200 for a haircut.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, we're not even friends anymore.
That's normal. That's normal Hollywood prices.
What?
What's up, J Train?
The J Train.
Oh, J Train.
Motherfuckers! Hello from Florida.
Why
it
were
looks
you
like
late?
you're recording from a hotel bathroom. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, he is.
We're in Boca, baby. Where'd Ricky go?
He left to come to your hotel and punch
Yeah.
you in the face.
You jumped in the car to go to Boca.
What? What's happening, everybody?
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Listen, my brother brought his new girlfriend. I had to meet her and ingratiate her into the family.
Uh-huh.
You brought her to Boca?
He lives in Fort Lauderdale. That we all had dinner tonight.
Okay, but you flew down to Boca to have dinner in Fort Lauderdale?
I'm here for the week. I came down to bring a shipment of COVID back to New York.
Thank you.
Is this girlfriend the one? Is that why you had to meet her? She's the one?
He is smitten as a kitten, baby. He is in.
Wow.
He is sold. Signed, sealed, delivered.
I haven't seen Tipsy Jared in a long time.
I'm back, bitches. That's right.
Oh, God, I hate you.
Where's your clothes?
God, J-Train. Come on.
Oh, Ricky.
What's up, Poppy?
What's up, dude? The best part was that we're sitting down, we're all like having dinner, and I walk by my dad, and my dad legitimately lets out a fart that he thought was like a quiet fart at the dinner table. Like everyone was talking, and I was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" Like I had to like look at him and be like, "Dude, you are an ant." Like, dude, like this is like the first meeting. Like this is like she's gonna go home and tell her family and shit.
Welcome to the Freids.
Yep.
I literally went. I heard the fart, and then I knew he thought no one heard, and I go, "There's something wrong with your chair, I think." And then I like walked away. It was like out. It was crazy.
Is the new girlfriend in the tribe?
Of course.
Okay,
just checking.
Right.
What a question.
Sorry.
What a
Just
question.
We're not messing. We're not messing with you people.
J-Train might have had a few
Gary,
drinks.
if you ever get a phone call that tells you to send money to Zimbabwe to make a bunch of money, it's actually Cipha where he's sitting right
now. I was wondering where this is going, Ricky. Honestly, that was a walk, but I appreciate it.
Let me tell you something, man.
I knew it was gonna be worth it. I wasn't sure which box I was gonna laugh at.
Times is rough. You got to make ends meet. There's no income coming in. I started a Nigerian scamming society.
Tells people and tells them he's Apple.
Cipha selling cell phones.
Oh my God.
How is everybody? What are we? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, Jared.
I flew today. I flew.
Was this your first time on a
fill
plane?
out the paper?
First time I filled out the paper and then we got off. And
when the CDC is standing there when you come off the plane.
Dude, that was the weird part. There was no one there. It was just a woman from Delta. Like, do I take it? Like, no one gives a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
dude,
the paper?
When I got down here, so when you fly, they give you a piece of paper that's like, where are you staying? What are you doing? And
shit.
How long are you going to be here?
Like a customs form?
But
it feels like custom.
They basically make you answer like if you're not going to be here for 14 days, you're basically going to go stay somewhere and leave. And then when you get off the plane, the CDC and the military were standing there collecting the papers from us.
See, we didn't have that. I think that those two people have moved up to New York to wait for the Florida flight to come to New York. I mean, like they've just adjusted. It does feel like it's a lot of like, remember when it does feel like a lot of this shit is like 2 years from now, we're going to be like, can you believe we were wearing gloves? Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like a lot of that, like a lot of this stuff is like, one thing will catch on, like taking your shoes off at TSA. We still
over.
do like, well, it's still, I think, I mean, that should be done. No one's lighting their shoe on fire. We should not be doing that. That's crazy. But I think one thing will become a part of our daily life. It's just a matter of what. And I'm hoping that one thing isn't.
We're all going to get microchipped by the mandatory vaccine so they can trace these sort of outbreaks in the future.
Did you see the thing on your phone? You guys seen it? Have you guys seen the thing Apple put into your phone?
No.
What?
If you go to settings and then you go to privacy, go to health, and when you click on health, there's a COVID thing there now, and they're gonna start. Yeah. So you can like let people know if you had it or this, and they'll be able to tell you if you've been around somebody that's had it.
Oh, like a tracing thing?
That's for the government to track
Liz
you.
is looking at it right now. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
Wow, exposure logging.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're they're just gonna track us through our phone, and then like you'll be allowed to get into things based on if you give the information to Apple, or Android has it as well.
Oh, they do?
Holy shit.
Yep. Yeah, you can do it as well, Nimesh, with your shitty fucking Android phone.
We all hate your phone, dude. We all hate your phone.
I knew this was an intervention to get me off the fucking
Your
Samsung
dumb,
S9. That's not gonna happen, man.
Green fucking text messages.
Although yesterday or 2 days ago, Amy showed me the different text responses you can do, and that seemed worth it. Like a different, like,
well, the hold it and haha and
that's just dumb. I'm like, oh, this seems worth it.
That's worth $1,000 iPhone.
I have a whole new set of conversations.
Well, yeah, now it's all nuanced. You don't even have to think of words. You can just affirm that you heard what they said.
I hate it. I hate it.
I love that.
I fucking hate it.
I love it. Love it.
I hate that you get a text message.
Designing a few in his right behind.
Yeah, right here.
His call center.
Apparently, they're changing it even more to be like WhatsApp. Like in group chat now, they're going to make it, you can reply to specific messages and all that shit. So that's going to be the next rollout. That's probably going to make our phones outdated.
Yeah. Well, not Nimesh's. His has been outdated for the past 15 years.
I don't miss it. Honestly, if I could go back to the Atel days of just like, if I could do what Atel does and just use a flip phone, I would.
I would respect you more if you had a fucking flip phone, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, here's the thing. I don't care about anyone's respect.
Oh, you're right. We know that. You're right.
Look at me. Look at this.
Fair.
As does Dave Attell.
That's true.
How's Dave Attell?
He's good. He just texted me. I think he's coming down to have some iced coffee and stand here and do nothing.
All the comedians, I imagine his life has changed the least.
COVID. That's the thing about COVID. Like Dave, like smokes all the cigarettes.
Yeah.
And he's out every night talking to everybody. So if he doesn't get it.
He hates
look at Jared's
sweet
tush.
What are you doing, J-Train?
Jared, I saw a little dangle in those boxer briefs too.
Jeez.
That's right.
I hope somebody just pauses and just
screen
grabs.
Jared, you were in a
full outline of your penis and your Judaism.
That's right.
Jared, you were in a restaurant?
No, I was at my parents, my mom and dad made dinner.
Oh, I thought you were at a
in Delray.
restaurant.
And so we made ribs.
Ooh.
Harry's new girlfriend came. My dad's golf buddy came. They don't believe. If you don't believe the virus exists, it doesn't exist.
Oh.
Everyone here is just like, oh no, it doesn't. Not a thing.
Not a real thing. What are you talking about? It's fine. Not
You
in
don't see
Delray.
it. You don't have it.
Yeah. Fun.
It's funny how that it's funny how that works geographically. Like some people choose that route to just ignore it, and like some of my meat dick friends are like basically like, "Oh, you're a pussy if you're scared. Like you're gonna fist fight COVID." Like, cool, dude. You can't fight this.
The other day I was driving in West Palm, and this guy he didn't even have the Trump flag attached to his car. He was actually waving it
He was
himself.
just holding
Oh
it
my
up.
God.
Yep.
Like he was leaving a high school party. Fuck you!
Like he was leaving. Like yes, exactly. It was, and then he passed us, and he said, in the back of the car said, "Vaccine, not me."
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I ain't gonna be no artistic.
That's great. You gotta love Florida. You really have to love Florida.
Dude, Florida is how the rest of the country should be. We should just get on a Florida level full time.
Yeah. It's chill. Right, J-Train?
I mean, I've been here 10 minutes, and I have to say, the stress level here is so much less. Like it is like
Hey, are you you're in a hotel?
No, I'm in like a community thing.
What in the ghetto? What
does that mean?
Community thing.
I'm in a community. Jared is at a nudist.
What's a community thing?
It's like a gated
Okay.
thing.
So you're at
There's
your
a lot of
parents'
all
place?
lives matter signs at this community thing.
That's why Jared pulled down the shades.
Yeah.
It's covering the windows.
You know that video of the guy
from seeing Cipha.
You know the video of the guy with his AR-15 on the front? Yeah, he was in one of those too.
Yeah.
Like that was it.
So
Oh,
I'm in a similar situation as Jared.
Yeah, you are.
But everybody left this cul-de-sac. Like everybody's gone. So
Where?
it's just me, my wife, and the people that work here.
That's the thing. Most of these communities are like people from the Northeast that come here during the winter, the snowbirds.
Yeah.
So like my parents stay, pretty much year round for whatever reason. And they just like, I think they're going to the Cape in August. So they're here. Yeah.
I hate you
I don't
so
know why
much.
you said that like
Fucking hate
Dude,
you.
right around August, they're like, you know what? People are too tan around here. I tail it to the Cape.
that's
Jumping around,
when
lighting
your skin
spots.
turns so orange it starts to get ashy.
The Cape.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
What's the Cape, dude?
Cape Cod.
Oh.
Are you being serious? You didn't know, Ricky?
No, I didn't know the Cape.
Oh, the Cape.
Oh, yeah.
You've never summered in the Cape before?
This Martha Vineyards asshole over here.
Come on, that's where
You go from the Cape to the Med.
all of his poetry with that hair.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I miss vodka soda, J-Train. I really do.
I'm back and better than ever.
Can we call this now?
We're not calling it. What are we gonna?
J-Train
Let's
takes
talk.
his pants off again.
Let's talk about politics.
Start another podcast.
Let's talk politics.
Oh.
I got a few half-cooked ideas I want to run by you.
This is the podcast. This is it.
I will talk about politics or how many pictures with a 16-year-old it takes for it to be weird. What do you guys want to talk
No.
about.
That's fantastic.
I'm out of here.
Man, I miss you guys. I hate this.
I actually had that conversation today. I was like, I used to think this was fun to make fun of, and then it got sad. Now I'm in the angry, like,
Yeah.
fuck this.
I mean, I was ready. Like, I was ready to be like, Monday, who's coming back? Who's doing that first show? What are we doing? I'm ready. Let's go. And then today it was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm hanging out at the outside tables of the Olive Tree all summer.
So
You know,
what's
annoying.
going to be the story there? Have you guys already talked about this?
I mean, we were going to open with indoor dining and have shows, but now, you know, that's postponed indefinitely.
Would you guys consider a Cellar sponsored outdoor event?
Yeah, but I'm not going to do the one that you and J-Train did, you know, with people screaming in the park. So it'd be you, J-Train, Nathan McIntosh, like the yelly people. And you know, come on.
Nathan texted me.
Yelly
Yellies.
people.
Like it.
Yeah,
Yelly people.
the Yellies. A full-on yelly show.
It's just yelly.
I did it yesterday.
It was so hurtful and accurate at the same time.
I did the show yesterday in the park. No mic, no nothing. A little kid, like 5 years old, runs up next to me and he keeps just going, abracadabra, abracadabra. And I'm like, dude, don't become an accountant. Like, I just kept telling him, I was like, this is the wrong career choice. And then he's like, abracadabra. I was like, magicians aren't doing well either. Okay.
Hey, mister, what series of mistakes did you make to lead you here?
Dude, that's cool, man. That young
Harrison Greenbaum.
Yeah.
Good
Young
job.
Harrison just needed some help.
Dude, that was the baby in Harrison's picture.
Wait, what?
I said that was the baby in Harrison's picture.
Nice. There it is.
Ridiculous.
Wait, was that Suzette Simon's show? Is that the Laughter in the Park shit, or was it just?
No,
it was stand up New York.
Stand up.
Yeah, stand up New York.
Oh, okay.
So
why don't they have a
Yeah,
mic?
they don't have a fucking setup.
Because they
That was the
definitely
thing.
don't have a permit.
Because you need a permit for that.
Yeah, for sure, no.
The claim was that it was okay with the park people. Whatever that.
So set up a little amp and a mic.
No, you need a
Like-
permit for that.
I've
Yeah.
definitely
think
been
that-
in contact. I've been in contact with a lot of that, and they're basically telling everybody, like, don't call the city until phase 3 at least.
Yeah, I think that was a part of it where it was like
So
the city.
I think these people that are throwing shows are acting like they're talking to the city, but they're not.
No.
They're not.
I think that's what it felt like. You're right.
Yeah.
You need, like, if you're gonna have an amp and it's like, you need a permit for all of that shit.
Yeah.
Anyone
Who's gonna
can go
check?
in-
Who's checking?
Because then you're a 311 complaint waiting to happen. That's who's checking.
Just
Like,
don't
all
have
the
any.
people that are gonna be there watching it, you're gonna get shut the fuck down and you're gonna get ticketed. I'm not.
It's not my amp. It's not my amp. Somebody brought it here.
I did a show at a vineyard on Saturday,
How is
and
that? You are
Cipha-
ridiculous.
Cipha just gave the excuse everybody gives on cops. These aren't my pants.
Yeah, these ain't my pants. My roommate's pants.
and if you want to buy a computer monitor, Cipha can hook you up.
Guys, I became a gamer during.
Cipha can hook you up with some weight loss pills. Just call him up.
Wow.
Where,
Oh my God.
Oh, look at this.
Cipha, where
Look
are
at
you?
this.
Fake IDs?
Hold on,
You're
look at
in
this.
a call center, dude. What are you doing? You're typing.
Cipha.
Is that a part of the set from Boiler Room?
What is happening?
Cipha, this is a New York Post article. Okay, this is a page 6 article. Famous DJ becomes call rep.
Is it? What
Oh,
is-
listen. I'm selling penny stocks, baby. I'm killing it.
Where are you?
I'm at the in-laws' home business.
Oh my
Actually, they just shut down because of this.
I
shit.
mean, what a cold business. Like who does work in that place?
Hey, some Filipinos. What do you want me to do?
Some Filipinos.
It's a bad camera. It's actually very nice. It's a very nice office.
Sure.
Are you on camera right now? Are you on their security right now?
If he pans right, there's gonna be 2 Puerto Rican kids just sitting over there.
Oh, my kids ain't Puerto Rican. My kids have no Puerto Rican in them, man. It's sad. It's sad.
Just give two of them a knife.
They're just Filipinos. They're just Filipinos.
So they wear colored contacts already?
They dance a lot.
Running around in Honda Civic SIs.
Hatch back door.
Yeah.
Who's Liz yelling at? Who are you yelling at, Liz?
Sorry, I was telling Joe that because it's raining, like he could start, cleaning shit up because we're done at 10. Because it's raining again. Oh, you missed it today. Tomorrow you can get wings because I have
waitresses and waiters
back.
coming back. Are the wait?
Yeah, like it's one person a day, so they're all sort of rotating through. Next week, Angelica's just going to be here for most of the week, but yeah, everyone's rotating.
Ricky and Mike look like Ashley Benson and Cara Delevingne.
Oh
What?
my God, Jay
What?
Drain. Oh God, Jay Drain. You are. You need to stop.
The thing is, if Jared said that on one of his Bachelor watch-alongs, it would have
been crush.
Paid $1 million in donation.
Yo, know your audience, Freidman.
That was if that was a town hall for the You Up podcast, it would have been like.
If there was the heart thing in the corner, the hearts would have gone crazy.
God.
I have no idea what you said.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
The sad part is I know both of those people. I know exactly who both of them are.
Mike, they're on the back of your shirt.
They also just broke up. I believe Ashley Benson is with a man now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Cannon's doing this from an Italian funeral home.
Yeah, ich bin a Guzzi.
Oh my God.
Well, there was something I was going to tell you guys, and I forgot.
I wonder why.
And something I was gonna tell you.
I wonder why.
Jared, you haven't opened your eyes this entire conversation.
Jared, what are you What are you drinking? A vodka peanut butter?
Well, I came off the flight, and it was like dinner time, and it was like my mom was like, "Make a drink, let's hang, let's have some girl talk," and we did. We did.
Are you going back to hang out? Are we interrupting your hang?
No, I was like, I have to go.
No, they're gonna be done by the time you're done.
Dave.
Oh no, the dinner's over.
Yeah.
What'd you have for
Dinner's
dinner?
over.
What was the dinner?
Ribs, salmon, grilled chicken, corn, salad.
Sounds great.
Three
Delicious.
That's so much meat. Hell yeah.
That's right.
With the American
Crushed it.
flag stabbed through the middle of it.
Yeah.
MAGA flag placemats.
They all put
Around the whole
on cop
table.
uniforms.
Oh man.
Unbelievable.
Oh, the winery show, the vineyard show, I did, and I'll say that was fun because it was like set up like a show.
That was in Connecticut?
That was in Connecticut. A little, tough for me to do a show at a vineyard because it's not really my people.
Yeah.
And no, it was good. It like felt good. I don't know. It's like I kept thinking people were gonna be there like, tell us about the race war, and you're like, oh, it wasn't like that.
No, I feel like people don't want to hear anything about that. I feel like it's the opposite, where it's just like
It was the opposite.
talk about anything else other than
Anything else? Yeah.
Well, especially in a vineyard, they're like, don't.
Type, is that what it is?
You do. You start. You start with 2 or 3 of your COVID jokes.
Go ahead. No. Tell him the fucking shitty joke there, Nimesh.
I don't want to blow it online.
For what?
It's not a joke. I just said,
You're right.
I go on stage. I say, I just came in from New York and, I had COVID. Like I got tested, but I didn't know when because I didn't have any symptoms. I was anti-Semitic.
Wow. I mean, what the fuck, man?
Listen, you can't say shit, Justin Trudeau. You can't say shit.
Mine made sense.
The problem with that joke was I was too dumb to even understand that.
It kills. It kills every time.
I'm looking for where that's funny for my people.
In these times, these are the jokes you want to make.
Oh my God.
I'm anti-Semitic.
I applaud the effort.
Now I know what's happening in Ohio.
Yeah, in a cornfield in Ohio. They're like, hell yeah.
Fucking the Louis Farrakhan show.
I know why Michelle loves running backwards so much through these cornfields.
Oh my God.
Anti-Semitic.
Nimesh is still digesting that joke.
I mean, wow, that's a walk. I take it back, Ricky. Yours was a stroll. Cipha took us through Central Park. Jesus
All that
Christ.
stories, kid.
I like it though. It killed in
Kills
Ohio?
every time.
And then when he went to the green room, Louis and Dave were just like, get out of this fucking.
What is the kill in a fucking like cornfield?
Your dad comes out and plays catch with you.
You can hear. It's a regular show. You hear all the laughs. It's great.
Cipha's like, I did great. I sold 700 1-800 collect cards. I sold all. I made rent for the next month.
Fucking comics merch is now bug spray and shit.
That's true.
Yep.
And sanitizer with your face on it. That's common, right?
Aruba Ray will have that.
Dave's got masks, but they weren't for sale. It was just at the show. It was just giving masks out to everybody.
Yeah.
I was selling masks for a second, and they said my breath stinks. But then the I can't breathe thing happened, and I was like, I should probably get out of this business.
Yes.
I should get out of this business.
I think it's time for me to go.
My breath stinks. I need one of those.
Yeah, do you have leftover stock?
Yeah.
I think it's like Dave Attell's joke about he bought stock in Confederate flag.
You bury it in a Cracker Barrel, will grow. Yep.
Oh, that's so funny.
God, you're an idiot.
Oh man.
God,
I gotta get out of this business.
Liz, is there anyone at the Cellar right now?
Attell is here somewhere smoking a cigarette. He came down to get some food.
Just listen for the flutophone.
Yeah, and who else is here today? I saw Mateo today. Nico White was here today. Phil was here today. And that's about it. It's been sort of like shitty, like raining on and off a bit, but yeah. And I think tomorrow, Michael Somerville and Andy Fiore said they'd come down, maybe Greg Stone.
Wait, people are given spot times to hang out?
Yeah.
I'll be there at 9:02.
Yeah.
Guess who was on my flight?
Who?
Cellar comic. His credits include Letterman,
Lenny
Griffin.
Marcus,
Nick
Modi.
Griffin.
I was gonna say Nick.
Liz nailed it right away.
Down
Nick
here
Griffin.
doing what?
What's that?
What's he doing down here?
He's coming down to see his sister, stay with his sister. He was with his girl. It was
He's
great
just now leaving the city?
Yeah, me too. Him and I,
We got to get out of town 3 months later.
Yeah.
that was me, man. It was flying out of there was a relief. I gotta say. I'm sorry, Liz. It
No,
felt good.
it's I get it. I get it. It's true.
So,
It's yeah. I know.
I haven't been anywhere but Ohio. And that was for like 2 days. It didn't feel like leaving the city because I was still with like all New York, mostly New York people.
You flew?
Yeah. Well, when like I said, those Ohio shows were private jet shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was with Jay and Cipha.
Cipha, Nimesh, what were the crowds like? Like, how are they showing up? Like, what is their, like, are they just waltzing in? How do they find out?
It's literally in the middle of a giant field that has a pavilion. So people drive up their cars and then they get
No, but you have to go through security. You got to get your temperature checked. You got to make sure you have a mask.
Yep.
Like it's
So
organized. It's organized.
So Dave has set up all of that stuff. That's what I'm wondering.
Well, it's like a Live Nation production.
Yeah.
It's like
oh, really?
audio, lights. There's TV screens. It's a real show.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So so my question is, this is kind of an interesting topic, I think.
Here we go. At the end of the show. Here we go.
Could Sebastian Maniscalco, whatever the so could Sebastian Maniscalco
There are too many S's in this name for Jared right now.
could he be like, I'm gonna open up an Italian bakery and do the same thing?
Yes.
Good.
100%. Yes.
So if you sell out theaters, you can do what Dave is doing.
Absolutely. Dave is absolutely.
So
you
now
gotta find a field and the logistics people to do it all.
Wow, this is all
be able to do it correctly.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, Dave is doing somewhat of a service. Like
Dave created the model.
Yeah.
And now, like, the Live Nation people are there. You can do this with any, big comics anywhere. But
Chay's show is a perfect example. Like, the Chase show is also, I would say Chase shows are, if not as good as better than what Dave has going on.
No, but there's no organization to the Chase show.
Yeah.
What
it's
else?
different, but the show itself is still.
The show is great.
Awesome. Yeah.
The show is great.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm saying, like, Chappelle's doing quite an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, like, what's the power needed to create a space that you could, like, have that go on as well? Like, you
need to find an area, a draw, permits, or you need to own the land or find someone that owns the land, and then probably bring in, this is not interesting. You need to bring in power, and you need to bring in, the right people. It's just,
Dave
it's like doing a movie, shooting on location, and that's your location.
Sure.
Dave has permission from the governor.
Yeah, Dave got from the governor.
Yes, so it's a bit different.
All I'm saying is fuck Sebastian Maniscalco.
What a weird hill to die on.
I'm just saying there are other comics that could be doing this, which is interesting.
Gaffigan was out and did like drive-ins.
Kreischer is doing that too.
Kreischer is out now doing drive-ins.
Who?
Bert
Kreischer.
Oh,
Kreischer, yeah.
There are people.
I don't like the drive-in though.
I don't think that's the move. I don't like
the drive-ins.
There's an element missing from it for sure. It's it's less energy. It's less of a shared experience. They're watching you like a zoo.
I would rather have people separated than I'd rather
outside separated is the move.
That's the move.
I would you do Little League Stadium, blankets in the stadium. You sit in the outfield. You perform on the pitcher's mound. There it is. That's the show.
It's weird.
Set it up, Jared.
Yeah, it's weird because the people are spaced out and they're not, like when you were used to looking to a crowd of people together.
Yeah.
You got to get over that. And
I think based off, I don't think the idea of seeing people close together would bother me. I think the sound.
I mean, I've done worse shows than people sitting spread out.
Dude, I fucking did shows in the Hamptons in a backyard.
I've literally done a bachelorette party on the back deck to 30 people that like didn't know it was about to happen with no mic.
Yeah.
So
on the list, this is easy.
Yeah, this is nothing.
No, it sounds like, it's probably just a matter of getting the fuck over it.
You just gotta
Yeah.
you get used to it, and like it's not the laughs that we're used to getting, but you definitely hear them and they feel good.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you
even
get to work it out.
And even doing like not experiencing the laughs really even to that level, Cyph, like with the cars, after I got off, I was like, yo, I could fucking flip something over right now. I'm so fired up.
Yeah.
It's just like, you forget how much adrenaline goes through your body after every performance because it becomes so normalized, and then it gets ripped from you for 3 months, and you do it and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I sit with that adrenaline no matter what show it is. Bad show, good show. I always have the adrenaline that starts with me. So like, I don't want to come back and do a show and just eat my dick after fucking 3 months. Like that has to be.
Yeah.
Well, the first one, you want to be able to like, just get me through the first one. Like that's kind of what I had. Like at the winery, I was listening to old sets and I'm like, who the fuck is gonna care about this shit? and then I went up and like made fun of a woman in the front because she looked like John and Kate Plutz 8, like she had that haircut. And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, oh, you got canceled at Walmart today for not wearing a mask. And then everyone kind of like laughed at that and then saw what you looked like. And just having that moment of like the crowd reacting to something in the room was like, okay.
It still works. It still works.
It still works. We can laugh again. The world can laugh again. That's the name of my album.
They want to laugh. They want to laugh.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The vibe is good.
How much time you do?
I did 10 or 12, I think. What did you do, Cyph? Like 15, 20?
What?
And it was weird, like
a Dave show?
Felt good.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt like I was mad nervous because I'd gone up at Che's show like 3 days before, and it felt fucking fantastic just to get the legs back, and that's where the adrenaline was because I did Che's show 3 days before.
Yeah.
But at Dave's shit, I wasn't even expecting to go up, and so I hadn't like listened to a set or prepared anything. I'd like worked a little bit, and then when he was like, "You want to go up?" I was like, "Yes," and I was like, "Oh shit!" I started pacing around, and I'm first. And
Dave hosts.
And Dave's hosting, and on top of that, it's 4 days after he's dropped 846. So there's this fucking gravity to the show that like he doesn't feel because it's him, but to me, I'm like, what the? I gotta I gotta go after Dave and talk to this crowd after they just listened to 846.
Honestly, I think that's honestly. I'll give it. I don't agree with that because it's like going on after Rock or Louis or.
I wasn't nervous about following Dave. It was more just like the situation I'm in.
Because at that point, he's telling them like, "Yo, this dude is cool. I brought him out here."
100%.
Like,
100%.
You're in a good position at that point. I fuck with
That's
that.
why
That's
there's Corona.
What was that?
Cipha, how did he?
85 white dudes. It's all of J Train's friends.
Cipha, how did Dave introduce you? Was he like, hey man, this next guy you might talk to on the suicide prevention hotline?
We gotta go. That's it. End this.
Yeah, that's so good.
God, we gotta end. I can't. That's it.
That was a great out, man.
Good night, everybody.
I love you all.